And if you look through our guest book, we've had practically from every single continent in the world, even from people who have been to the Antarctic. Practically every country has an entry somewhere there. The same thing was done with All Saints, Tom's, all of that. They were all employees of ours, in the old days. And they moved off to do their own business and encouraged my grandpa, right?
I believe the Queen of England has graced your...
Yes. Well, the thing is that we were the official caterers to the Maharaja Mysore.
You carry a snake, a snake catcher and a bag in your, stick in your car.
Yeah. So I've been, our home was known as the Koshi Zoo.
Which was where?
All through the 60s, right there on
Brunton Road.
On Brunton Road, South Brunton Road.
Yeah.
Right from the 60s onwards, okay, any animal that was hurt or sick, SPCA corporation would call or bring the animal home. Okay. Because our healing and fixing technique was learned taught to me by my mother's father. In Kerala. Kaleli. We live in the middle of the jungle, which is the most beautiful. That's where my soul lies. Okay. This is one part that does the city slicker business, and the other part is what they call the madman of the jungle. In Malayalam, we have a saying called Kaatupranda. That means
Kaatupranda. Village.
Insanity for the jungle.
For the jungle. Okay.
So apparently, I was that when I was the tiniest. So they had to literally restrain me from running off into either the jungle or to the coffee plantation or somewhere, and I think once my grandpa says, okay, stop restraining, let him go. And that has been my hard knocks.
This snake catcher that you carry in your car, have you ever used it?
I think I have not kept count. I think I have rescued more snakes than most people have done anywhere in Bangalore.
So
from the 60s onwards.
Tell me one snake that you rescued from where? Your one story you tell me.
The more recent one was, from a friend's farm on the way out, just outside Bangalore. Okay, and we don't really reveal our release areas because people will actually go after them. Our wildlife is one of the most precious things of this town.
Okay. Where do we get the wildlife? Like, where do people go to see wildlife?
Right. Okay, you come to my little pond, outside my window in the middle of Brunton Road. Now, this is what? October? Yeah. By about 30th, 31st, my paradise flycatcher will come. The male, who will dive into my pond, have a bath. Exactly at 7:23 in the morning and at 4:36 in the evening.
Wow.
That's it, okay? Like somebody said, sir, environmentalism not practice in the middle of the town. Don't practice in the middle of town. I said, why? That tree allows me to breathe. Yeah, that big tree that stands outside, Koshys on the left, yes. The mahogany, we had to save it, man.
Yeah.
And young Krishna did a quick calculation, how much oxygen each leaf gives. Each leaf.
Who did this calculation?
Mr. M.B. Krishna, young man, I have to give him the thing. We were frustrated. They were going to cut that tree down. They had already got 4 inches into it. I ran to Justice Saldana, who said, no, protect the tree. Got everybody to protect the tree. Passed an order, court, young lawyer, sir, who was also a customer of Koshys, represented it, put the case, and it is a case that has stopped them, prevented them from cutting down that tree. But what was the reason that you had to give? Because I said, listen, the reason that they gave is it could be a damage, it could damage or cause injury to some earning member of family.
Okay,
if something falls, something. And I said, this all my life, I've lived here. Now I'm nearly 40, this is nearly 20 years ago. Okay. Not once, even though the pod that comes out from that beautiful tree that bursts and then all of the stuff gets dispersed, I have not even heard of a pod hitting anybody and causing anybody to be hurt. That means the tree is aware when it actually explodes a pod or drops a branch.
So what was the calculation that happened?
It's about 2.5 lakhs rupees per day.
Per day?
Per day.
Of oxygen?
Oxygen that tree gives.
2.5 lakhs worth
of oxygen that leaf puts out.
And then that argument was accepted?
No, we had a pamphlet written. All the calculations were given also. And naturally, where will you go? You cut that tree, pay me the amount of 2.5 lakhs per day.
Every day?
For the past how many years? We have some of the most precious wildlife in and around. If you look at our PFA, where I am, sort of a...
This is Rajarajeshwari Nagar.
Yeah, People for Animals.
That's where I buried my dog
house.
When he died,
We have a lovely little cemetery. So PFA stepped in, which was beautiful. Cupa was there, then PFA stepped in. But since we are directly associated with this, I've been helping out and, advising our kids, teaching them what to do. Right? So, not just snakes, but all animals. Okay. So in the old days, I used to, they used to call me Dr. Doolittle. In my college days, I used to have my vulture, Flash, who used to ride on my bike. He couldn't fly. Yeah, I used to ride.
What? You had a vulture on your bike?
Yeah.
What bike were you riding?
Egyptian vulture, right? I was riding a Lambretta and I used to put rubber on it. He refused to fly. Ultimately, just before I went off to America, he actually flew off. And then he's nested. And his generations down still do the same habitat that he used to do. He used to go to Topkapi. You know Topkapi? You remember Topkapi? Top of the utility
building. Yeah.
There was a restaurant on top. He used to tap on the window there and get his little feed. Okay. Now guess where his descendants come and sit? They come to 13th floor. Two beautiful little vultures, Egyptian vultures, come and sit out there.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine? Yeah. My friend recently went up there and photographed and said, Prem, it's like Flash. I said, yeah, they're Flash's babies, man. They're here. They're still here. They haven't moved. So that is the beauty of Bangalore.
You also had to do that with the wildlife that came into Koshys, right?
Well,
the
wilder people. Yes.
The wilder people.
I mean, because that was known as, you see, this is the beauty of that space. It attracted people from all over the world. So I usually tell people, I sat there, okay, and if you look through our guest book, we've had practically from every single continent in the world, from the Atlantic, even from people who have been to the Antarctic and the North Pole, all the way around, practically every country has an entry somewhere there.
Wow.
Okay, so that is one of the greatest blessings of all. At one time, you came to Bangalore, whenever you landed, you said, take me to Koshys, and from Koshys, you then branched out to wherever you wanted to go.
Right. And at that time, you would have landed at Indiranagar, HAL Airport.
HAL Airport, yeah. And then you come straight to Koshys, and then from there, you made your connections.
So you were the transit hub in that sense.
And not only that, we received mail. We used to receive mail. We'd receive people asking, do you know about this guy? We were in college together 10 years ago. Come, yeah. Even today, they say, let's meet at Koshys.
Yeah. Did a brawl ever happen at Koshys?
Never.
How?
Never.
You serve alcohol.
Yeah, we serve alcohol.
You serve snacks.
And I have never had to interfere. If there was an unruly guy, there have been a couple of incidents, these guys from out of wherever it is show up, okay, and we have a challenge. It's, a guy trying to, ogle the girls, which doesn't happen in Koshys. It's a safe space, right?
Right.
Immediately somebody from the surrounding tables get up and it is just dissolved in no time, okay? One time we had to get somebody who was completely drunk out, and the point is you can't do that, okay, as per the law.
You can't get them out.
Yeah, you can't, it's not.
But there are all bouncers in so many places throwing people out.
Yeah, no, you can't throw people out. It is against the law. You cannot deny anybody entry to start with.
But everywhere it says
rights of admission.
Rights of admission reserved.
It's not real. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. As per the law, how will I deny you entry? On what level? Can you tell me? Because
the
way you look.
No, not deny. Okay, you're fair. Not deny entry, but if you create you're a nuisance, you can be sent out.
If you're a nuisance, what do I have to do? As per the law, I have to call the nearest policeman. He has to come. Okay. He has to then deal with that situation. After I make an FIR saying, listen, I have a problem here, please deal with it. Otherwise, if I lay my hands on you, it is a direct violation of the law.
Okay.
That's me taking my law into my own hands.
Right.
The other thing that we are very, very, very strict about is, how and where and when we serve alcohol.
What is
very strict about the 21 years. Number 2, my instructions to my waiters is, if you feel that your customer is either had something to drink from outside, or that he is not, sort of in his senses as yet, we can't actually guess.
You can't, yes. You're just going to make a guess, yeah.
But you need to make a quick assessment.
Okay.
All right? And if you think that that person should not have another drink, or you should not serve him, you should not serve him. Because
so you will deny?
If he gets drunk in your premises, you take off your uniform and get him home. That is my threat.
I was just reading through for this chat with you that your grandfather went bankrupt during World War II.
Well, he didn't go bankrupt actually. The bank
went bankrupt.
The bank shut down. One morning the bank shut the doors and said, sorry, we're gone. all the money we needed to do was taken by the British for apparently the war effort, right? So they had, I think there were 2 Indian partners and a couple of British partners in the Travancore National Koilan Bank. That was
And this was in Bangalore?
In Bangalore.
Huh.
And so they call it, my dad's classmates who are still alive today say, you know, we remember your dad and your uncle coming in a Daimler car to school, to Bishop Cotton's, right? And then all of a sudden, Mr. Koshi was coming to our house on a cycle and taking flour to make bread.
Yeah.
Because everybody said, oh, go back. Yeah, that was go back to Kerala. Kerala, no, because that's where we have estates.
Yeah.
And so
your grandfather said, no, I'm not going.
No, he said, I'm not going. And he was cleared of all wrongdoing or whatever else. And he was allowed to stay because he was also one of the few first Indian members in the clubs, right? So in the Bowring Institute, he was there, and that's where the whole bread making stuff came. He got the accounts apparently he got the accounts straightened out, right? Being a banker and an accountant, right? As a member also. He volunteered at that. Then they said, oh, what about you have to have a living, right? So go take the ration flour, bake it in the club ovens, totally big ovens were there, and give it back to the residents.
That he used to go around to people's houses on a cycle, collect flour
get that 1 kg or 2 kg of flour,
bake for them.
Bake for them, 1 anna.
For a loaf.
For a loaf. Then, having found the fantastic quality of the bread, army loaf. The army said, hey, it's an army club, no? Both Bangalore club and army said, hey, supply us some of the bread. So then we moved to the next level. My dad went off to England to study bakery, brought equipment, came, bakery was set up.
To be able to get that prime piece of land off MG Road behind St. Mark's Cathedral for the bakery to start.
We were on MG Road. You know, we had
on MG Road?
On MG Road, where Coolwell is now, we had a grocery store. That was our
space. That was a grocery store?
Yeah, grocery store. And that's where, and bakery, grocery store, right. You know, selling all the stuff.
And then
we moved. And this came up because of the request, my dad's principal, Canon Rebel in Elphick. Yes, from Bishop Cotton, the principal of Bishop Cotton's.
Right.
Yes, called my grandpa and said, listen, Mr. Koshi, as the Indian church has taken over, they're the same as Church of England, right? The same church that was running Bishop Cotton's.
Yeah, which belonged to Cathedral, St. Mark's.
Yeah, which is now CSI, right? The Church of South India, right? And they said, listen, we need to have some income to upkeep the church, to keep the church maintained, right?
Okay.
And that is where then we apparently took our own. Grandpa put his own money, built the building, and from then onwards we've been, you know, we are on the church property, right?
So so Church Street was called because that was the street
right
leading up to the church,
going all the way to Brigade Road, right? Yeah. So Church Street, and it is still church property, right? We've been paying rent for this so many years, right? The same thing was done with All Saints, Tom's, all of that. They were all employees of ours, you know, in the old days. And they moved off to do their own business and encouraged my grandpa, right? So,
So people who were working at Koshys
moved out and did their own thing. Same
format.
No?
Okay.
So we used to say, what, grandpa didn't think of franchising? No, he said, you want to go and do this? Go do it. You encourage them, and then, you know, got them built up. And, you know, all of them are doing very well themselves today.
You're third generation, which means, so you started doing some work in the restaurant when you were 8?
Yeah, 7 and 8 when I used to go look around. Grandpa used to tell me, look at that corner, see that was clean, this was corner. And why? So I could get time in the library, go up to the British Council, right? So the exchange was, do work here, then 1 hour, 2 hours up in the library. You can go and enjoy yourself.
And what would you read there?
What wasn't there to read, man? Everything. All this little Talet stuff is from there.
From the British Council.
From the British Council, right? And what? I mean, they were the only people that brought in plays, they brought in culture. You know, it was just...
The English theatre scene was because of them.
English theatre scene was there, right? And no, but English theatre scene, you know, the first play was sponsored by, 1952, was sponsored by Koshi. So first play, all British actors. Yeah. I have one of those little pamphlets. Somebody brought the copy to me, and the play.
And where did they perform this?
They performed it, I think there was we must check it out, I can't remember now. I must check out the whole thing because it says Koshys, you know, and Sally Ahmad and a couple of others.
Oh my God, Sally Ahmad printing furniture.
Furniture, because they gave furniture. Sally Ahmad was a furniture props guy, no? For
so many years.
Okay? So it was known as Bangalore Players to start with.
Okay.
And then it became BLT, Bangalore Little Theatre. And then we all...
So Bangalore players became BLT.
BLT. Then we all became Houseborough and all those old guys, no? So my dad apparently was one of the first actors also who acted on stage. So, yes.
The first AC hotel was the Jewel Box.
Jewel Box, yes.
Why an AC hotel in Bangalore in 1952?
Yeah, because it was apparently... It was a great, amazing architect called Raji Mohammed. Who said, Mr. Koshi, we will set up one of the best AC restaurants with a jazz band.
Wow.
Yeah. So Freddie Hitchcock and his band, 4 of them were there. That's where I get all my music stuff from. I used to sit on his lap apparently and plink his piano, which I have now at home. People used to wait in crowds to get into Jewel Box, because there was very limited space and there was a dance floor in the middle. So everybody did a lot of jazz dancing and that sort of thing. So it was kind of the 60s was it, no? The 50s, 60s was like...
I believe the Queen of England has graced your...
Yes. Well, the thing is that we were the official caterers to the Maharaj of Mysore. So from the 50s, 60s, even before.
When you say official caterers, you
means all the guests. Like for instance, if today the Raj Bhavan, if the dignitaries came, you would be catered to, right?
Yes.
And in those days, no government had any catering facility. We were the only caterers who would cater to huge crowds.
To all of these government events?
All the government officials and dignitaries, like for instance, the Russian Tito and this guy and that guy and all the Russians that came in. Jawaharlal Nehru was, a regular visitor to the Bangalore Palace. He stayed, and my dad would, be summoned to make him his specials. Only dad would be able to make it. He would love his pomfret, stuffed with mushrooms, butter grilled.
Wow.
And his tea. So
okay.
And Mrs. Gandhi also used to love the way my mom used to make appam. So we had that association for a while. And young Rahul Baba comes to Koshys whenever he's passing. He loves the fish curry rice. So he makes quick stops, which we truly appreciate. King Charles, today, was up at the British Council when they renovated the whole thing, met with Dad and everybody, and Dad told him about how he served his mother, Queen, when she was here in 1962, something 63. She was here, and Koshys catered to her at the palace and all the banquets and everything like that. So that is claim to fame.
No, that's not your claim to fame. Please.
At least that's what they say.
Do not bow down to the monarchy.
We shall not have kings.
That's right.
We shall no kings.
What were the kind of cars that would drive up to Koshys at that time?
So this is the great fun game we used to have when we were kids, right?
Who is we?
We is my classmates.
You and your friends.
Everybody had cycles. We cycled everywhere. And we gathered together, okay? Right opposite Koshys was our petrol pump, okay? There's a huge thing and huge compound, and behind it was Mandovi's. And the cycle hire shop was there. Pinto's was the cycle hire guy. Would sit with a cigar and his bikes. And we'd get the bikes and then we'd cycle all over Bangalore.
Right.
Otherwise, we'd sit in front. Okay. Outside. You know where the windows are?
Yes.
Sit there and then we'll bet what comes next. Jet auto, cycle rickshaw, or Fiat, Ambassador. Okay. And Standard Herald.
Standard Herald?
Standard.
That is the Padmini, no?
No. The Standard Herald used to have a top-off one.
No.
Full, beautiful little cars, right? And we would all bet. And if foreign car comes, 5 points.
And what were you betting? Money?
No, just Chuma. Either tuck or bullseyes. Something, 2 bullseyes, man. or one kite, or one top, something, no?
Your space around Koshys, from the time maybe you took over when you were 19, right?
No.
18, 19?
No. I joined the business when I was 18, 19. Then I left to the US.
And then you came back.
After I got back, after my dad died, then we had this exit of all top management in one shot. Within a year, they were all gone.
Okay.
It started with my uncle being sick. Then my dad said, I'm not waiting around to watch my brother. So he moved off and said, I'm going to set up stuff there before he comes. And then while they were going through this whole nonsense, my mom got sick. Never been sick in her life. None of them had ever been sick in their lives. I've never seen them either in hospital or sick. But in that 1 year, all 3, and my aunt a couple of years later just went off. So that's when my brother and myself, Santosh was also already working in the business while I was in America. So we kind of just, naturally transitioned into it.
Okay, so the first thing that I remember of what is Hard Rock Cafe now was something called 180 proof.
Yeah, 180 proof. Correct.
Then it became barista, or was it barista?
Barista was there, part of it. Then there was 180 proof. Yes. All was done by Mr. KJ George, who has taken all that Kalachanda.
Okay.
And I think he's got a long-term lease with the Bible Society of India.
Right, okay.
And because the Bible Society
is just
is
in the corner.
Back, right?
Correct.
On the corner. So that building is there.
Okay.
So it was Blakey's tea room in the beginning. 1845. It was actually a tea room which was apparently didn't survive as a tea room for long. Okay. But the BRV. So it was that was before and before the war and during the war, in the 30s and 40s, right? It was like in Bangalore was the inside these main towns where all the only two restaurants was Koshys in 552 and Continental, Chinese, right down.
Yes,
Continental. Just two of them. Nothing else was there, right? And of course, then Koshys brigades came a little late. We went further down the road, where every college student gave their attendance there.
Koshis was not a big part of my life. I think the first time I came to Koshis would have been when I was in my 20s. And the first time I saw a sensor-based pea pan.
Oh, in those days, yeah. We had the first time it was there, yeah.
That was, you were the first?
Yeah, we were one of the first in those days.
So I was like, I went into the loo. I went into the loo and I'm like, oh, no tap.
Yeah, what do we do?
What to do? And then I stood there, peed, and then it flushed by itself. I was like, what? What a beauty.
So some of the firsts have happened in Koshi.
Yeah, so first AC,
first AC, first sensor low, first jukebox. First jazz band.
You are, right now the third generation is handling.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Has there been a time where multiple generations of people have come in and sat at one table and had a meal?
5 generations.
When did
5 generations. This happened about 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
But then the middle guy passed away. So there is a cut, right? But the middle guy used to be called Sorna, regular customer, come every day. And he bought his grandfather, then his father, then him, then his son, and his son's son.
And they all came
together and sat on a table. And it is so beautiful. I have a photograph somewhere. I can't believe it's lost.
One of people's favorites is the smileys.
Yeah. In
Koshis.
Yeah. Yes. Back from America, wanted terra tots. And on a similar roll, they said, sir, we can do it in different shapes. And I remember saying, listen, can you do smiley face for me? Bangalore is a smiley place. You want to bring smileys. And he said, no, sir, I think we serve it abroad. We have it abroad. I said, do you have the thing mold? Because making a mold and all it gets pretty complicated. And I think about a week or two later, the guy showed up with a bag of smileys, man, and he's still going.
This was how long ago?
This was when I just got back, just after my dad died, about a year and a half. So 96. 97.
You introduced smileys into the menu?
Yeah, that was the smileys first came in at that time. Around that time, I think.
Which is the item on the menu that has lasted the longest time?
Pretty much all of them.
Food.
All of them have survived, yeah. The roast chicken. First we started with Continental. Okay. Then North Indian was introduced. Then we came the Chinese. Then came all the in-betweens, which my dad was also a great experimenter with this. He would go and eat something somewhere, bring it back. Or the most important thing is the way we started. My grandpa apparently, all of the breads and the cakes and the bakery items we made, recipes were shared by his friends who were, club members and stuff. They wanted that food to eat. And in that area, cantonment is a pretty much closed off area. You had to have a little book which you had to sign at the checkpost. Before you would come in.
Where was this checkpost?
All around Bangalore.
Okay. Yeah. So then the cantonment.
Then they were made octroi. They were known as octroi checkposts. So you had to bring goods that go in and came out. And also, of course, in those days, some of the so-called quote-unquote clubs had signs that said Indians and dogs not allowed.
Yeah. You introduced the Mallu food.
My mom introduced the upperman stew. Upperman stew. We had upperman stew and keema dosa in Brigade Road also. So basically that came, and then from that we actually started bringing I got some of my grandma's recipes and stuff like that, the pork and stuff like that we do.
You also went to where? To the US and played in some blues and all you did?
Yeah, I've done everything pretty much. 3 lifetimes packed into one.
So what was the New Orleans story where you played some...
I went there to study bakery science and technology.
Oh, you followed your dad's footsteps.
Yeah, well, I mean...
He went to the UK to study.
He went to the UK. I went off to the US, okay? And then I taught there for about 1 or 2 semesters at the American Institute of Baking.
Okay.
I was on my way back home. I'm a national champion shooter here. I was, at least.
A shooter?
NCC. Yeah, I'm a rifle shooter also. I'm an athlete. I run. I play hockey. I was first, guy who set up all the teams in Christ College.
What?
Yeah.
What teams? Like the hockey
Yeah, the
team?
hockey team, the athletic team, the shooting team. Yes, all of that stuff. Right?
What?
I was a big.
You were the principal, the dean of the... No.
No, I was just the guy who got in at PU. I was called. That was out of town college, no?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, so I had to cycle up there. And Father Manika is the sweetest of all hearts, right? Said, boy, you will come to our college and we will make it the world's best college, right? So we made it pretty much. In those days, Christ College had a name, man. We took that college, took the first Bangalore college up north, all the way to Delhi, participated in all their festivals, whacked the hell out of all of them. Big sackfuls of medals and trophies and certificates. That's all we got. I still have my certificate.
You went to New Orleans.
Yeah. So what happened was, then on my way back, I actually went on a hunt with my uncle's friends, and I made this shot. The next day, a guy tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Yes, son, can you do that again?" I said, "Sir, I've been shooting in India. I shoot big bore, NCC, National Cadet Corps." He said, "Come visit me at the ROTC, at the university tomorrow." So at Northwestern State University in Louisiana, I went and met Colonel Bill Fisher.
Okay.
Who then, said, "Call your dad. Will he allow you to stay here for a couple of years? Be on my rifle team."
Oh my God, you got it on sports quota.
Yeah, and sports quota, waiver this, waiver that, waiver everything. Okay, and study what you want. So I did a couple of business courses and everything, and I stayed 3 to 4 years. At the same time, I started helping one of my professors out. She had inherited this amazing bar called the Rustic Inn, and I used to go down there and have a drink and enjoy myself. And she was losing money at that place. And one day I saw her with her hands in her hand saying, "Oh, I can't believe this. I might have to close this down. I might have to give it up." I said, "Yeah, sure," because everybody's pretty much drinking for free. So I'll fix that for you. Okay. And so she said, "Oh, you can?" I said, "Yeah, I can." And that's my foray into the nightclub business, right?
You were away for how long?
I was away for nearly about 4 to 5, 6 years nearly.
And this is the only time that you were away?
Yeah, this is the only time I was away. And how New Orleans is, we would go to shoot at a little town called Houma, which was close. And our reward for, performing was to get to Mardi Gras, right? And while we were partying at the Mardi Gras 2 to 3 days, I would, Pat O'Brien's and a couple of Salvation Hall, I'd walk in there and everybody would be jamming. And then I'd get up there. They said, "You got pianos in India?" "Yeah." I said, "We got pianos in India. How do you play them?" I said, "One side of the elephant, piano, the other side the drums." And we boogie to school every day, man. That's how we do. "And you learn how to play the blues there?" I said, "Yeah, you learn how to play the blues there." And so that was some of the good times, yeah.
India represent in the US.
In the US, man, because they could not believe, that I knew their music. I had Beatle recordings at home here, before the Beatles even were known. My uncle in Germany, when they played in one of the little cafes there, had recorded spools on his little tape recorder to me. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And Bangalore was the place, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. My music teacher, Mr. Loomis, who taught me up to, 5th, 6th grade, he was the man who got the score from Hollywood and who would then distribute the score all over India, where they would play the music to the silent movies. Do you know that every one of our theaters had a little pit in front for the band? Because the silent movie days, the score used to come, they would fix the score and play it while the movie was going. There was no sound, right? So the whole orchestra was there. And Mr. Loomis was one of the main men that, got the score and then scored for bigger orchestras and then passed it all over the country, literally. Fantastic, wasn't it?
Fantastic.
That's amazing, amazing story. And then after that, they all went dancing, right? Most theaters had a little dance floor. Plaza was very famous for its little wooden dance floor on top, right? Bangalore, sanctuary city. During the Second World War, practically everybody from around the world came to Bangalore. And when the war was over, pretty much all of them stayed, right? The Germans, the Italians, right? All of them had a tremendous influence on Bangalore. And that's why, even today, I think that is one of the great aspects of Bangalore. It attracts people from all over the universe. Come, and most of them don't want to leave. One of the challenges we have. Yeah. This place is one of the great energy focuses in the world. I can tell you, where I talk to the animals and the birds and the bees and the trees, that it is truly blessed. We are truly blessed. Propensity to be like anywhere else in the world, violence, division, has been so far curtailed very smoothly.
In our city.
In our city, Bangalore. I don't think there's any other town in this world that could have given us a childhood like we had. It was just amazing. Music, theatre, and drama, in shows that came from abroad. I used to work with the Alliance Francaise, with the Max Malabar, with the British Council, with the USIS. All tickets were given from a little table in Koshys. The Music and Art Society by the Rani of Kotasangani. She was the one that had founded the Music and Art Society, who brought all these bands. Can you imagine? They brought in the 60s and 50s rock bands. Yeah, they brought some of the best bands. Some of the greatest musicians and theatre people that I've known in the world have come and performed in Bangalore. Now, we had the Festival of Russia here that had the amazing Russian artists come and stayed for a whole month, which is amazing. Yeah, brilliant. And the USIS, the ICCR, of course, the Indian Council of Cultural Relationships. We foster some of the most, diverse students from all over the world who are given scholarships from India to come and study in our country, which is an amazing way of building relationships, right?
Yeah.
With the world. And we have some people in highly placed places in their own countries that have been graduated from Bangalore, which is an amazing thing. So we've always been this amazing
melting pot.
Yeah. We've never, and I think that ethos of being friendly with people, serving people, being a part of, that desire to be on the top of all of everything that's happening around the world. ISRO, HL, HMT, our space program, all of it comes from this little place, right? We don't never see that. We now talk about the IT hub, sure, but before that, all of these
the base of
the
that.
bases,
A quick fire. I just want you to answer in one word.
Yes.
Okay. Your relationship with, and I'll give you a bunch of things, and you tell me in one word. With food.
Healing.
Ooh. Money.
To be spent and shared.
Family.
Family love.
Alcohol.
No.
Religion.
Spirituality. Yes.
Music.
Music love.
Bangalore.
Bangalore love.
Oh.
It's all love, 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 love.
In Bangalore,
yes.
If you had to eat the best,
yes.
And you tell me where you'd go. Okay, steak. You're not allowed to choose Koshys.
No.
So you have to choose some other place.
Yeah.
To eat the best steak.
Yeah. Shezan.
Cunningham Road.
Yes, Cunningham.
Oh.
Altaf, my buddy, will make me the bestest.
Okay. Wow. Coffee.
Coffee. I would say there's a little place that is just down the road. A place called Shesh Mahal. Have you guys heard it?
No.
Just down from Kesidas, if you go down, it's called Shesh Mahal. Yes, it's a tiny little place. The best coffee. They've always had it.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for that. We shall try that.
Yes.
Idlis?
Idli, I would go IDC.
IDC, really?
Podi idli is my favorite.
Oh yeah, the podi idli is good.
Podi you can't touch it.
That's true. Okay. Dosa?
Dosa, as of now, toss up Shesh Mahal again. Because I have trained my young man to do it like I want.
Gee, this is cheating.
No, but because we are supposed to ask anybody, old Koshi is the best dosas in the world. Idli vada sambar, dip. Nobody could touch it. Even today, people come and say, please start serving it again. But dosa kal got broke, that's a whole different story. But, it doesn't go. But Shesh, the young man does it.
Appam.
Appam, I would suggest that you go to, where BIC is?
Yes.
There's a young lady there.
Oh, at BIC.
At BIC.
Okay.
Teresa makes me the best appams.
And biryani.
I
love how you said biryani. The Mallu came out.
I will go to Prashant.
Hey, you're saying personal
name. On Cunningham Road.
Prashant Military.
Yeah. Cunningham Road. Best biryani, talamattan, boti, liver fry, and whatever.
My mouth is already watering.
Yes. And
Come on, India.
And last time he gave me some mutton, with the, what do you call it, with the nalli. You can't touch it.
Okay.
That man also, again, it came, it went, then it went down, then it's sold, then a young man has just taken over. Yes, he does. Real love. Mudde. First time I eat mudde also.
Beautiful.
Mudde.
Some places for me to try.
Yes, please try.
Okay.
Oh, by the Shivaji, don't forget. Shivaji is there, but
Where's the OG?
But little far to go now.
Yeah. Okay. If for you, what are the 5 wonders of Bangalore?
5 wonders of Bangalore. The greatest wonder is that this beautiful city is what it is.
Okay.
With all of its pollution, all of its traffic, all of its... I still call us... We are still in diaper stage. Okay. We will grow. So.
Okay.
And we are part of that growth. Okay. And we contribute it. Number 1. Number 2 is that look at the weather. It even rains gently. The wildlife. Like I said, where would you see a bird of paradise diving into your bathing in your little pond in the middle of a cosmopolitan city? 5. The people
Of the city.
of Karnataka
Okay.
who have welcomed us, foreigners from Kerala and Tamil Nadu and all over the place.
So we generally end
Yes.
with a little postcard to Bangalore from the guest.
Okay.
So if you had to write a little postcard to Bangalore,
Okay.
saying, "Dear Bangalore,"
Yeah.
or Bengaluru,
Dear
what would you
Bangalore.
say?
Okay, I would say, dear Bangalore, thank you for this miraculous life that you've allowed me to have. To be able to touch and love every creature and every tree. To know that you have nurtured me and kept me well and loved me dearly. I love you right back.
Beautiful.
And let me give you my famous line. You know what my name is? My name's Prem. It means love. And all the girls run off on the other direction.
Thank you so much. It's so lovely. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Okay? Thank you, sir.
Namaskara.